Hi again, Matt and Mackenzie. This is Heidi Turner, and I'm out here at 117 Jenna Ray Road in Hubert. And I'm getting ready to go in for my appointment. Just wanted to give you a little view of the cul-de-sac. Now this one is priced at $259,900. It was built in 2010. It has roughly 1,282 heated square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage. And this one's been on the market for about 10 days. It is on a slab foundation. I'd have to double check the age of the roof, but it actually looks like it's a newer roof. Those are architectural shingles. We've got gutters here on the front. Little drainage easement here on the side of the yard. And again, this one is priced at $259,900. Now the house is about 15 years old, so it's going to have a little minor wear and tear on it. I've been inside the home and it actually smells really good. It smells like pumpkin spice when you walk in. Probably thank you to that. The front door here. It does have popcorn ceiling. A little bit of a rough paint job up there. Nothing, too terrible. Nice open vaulted ceiling here with the ceiling fan. You can tell that light's been upgraded. Let me see if I can get a different angle so you can see the little crystals in it. It's a very pretty ceiling fan. Lots of natural light in here. Now on this side of the house, this is also a split floor plan, so we're gonna have 2 bedrooms over there and then the primary bedroom on that side. So we'll start in the kitchen. You're gonna have a pantry closet right here next to the eating area. I'm just gonna kind of point this out a little bit so you can see in the drywall. We've got chair rail molding here in the eating kitchen. Painted grayish blue cabinets, more of a gray color than a blue. I don't know if you can really see that in the video. Black appliances with the laminate countertops. And we've got this white subway tile backsplash. It's kind of like that mini subway tile. It's really cute. Looks like it was put in really nicely too. Okay, so that is the kitchen area. Now this is a removable piece of furniture that does not come with. We do have a sliding glass door over there. And we're gonna check out first the primary bedroom. Got some recessed lighting going down the hall. Security system. And they've extended that laminate flooring right on into the primary bedroom. Again, just a little bit of a bump in the paint on the ceiling. I don't know how much that means to you, but wanted to make sure that you saw that. Double pane vinyl windows. Could use a nice window washing. And again, with one of those upgraded ceiling fan lights. Now they've taken the doors off of one of the closets and have made it into a cute little dog kennel. And I'll show you the closet size on this side. And there's those closet doors. And just a little view from the outside there. Probably saw the reflection of my phone more. And this looks to be like maybe a queen size bed, so if that gives you any idea of the size of the room, that might help. Now I really like the floors that they've done here in the primary bathroom. Looks like at some point this vanity has been upgraded as well. We have a builder grade mirror, so that those studio lights and the builder grade mirror is more than likely the original one that came with the house. The color in here is a very, like a muted bluish, darker bluish gray with the utility closet right in here. Looks like maybe they started doing some painting. And we've got plantation blinds on both sides of the mirror with a standard bathtub insert. Looks like maybe at some point there was a red paint in here. And just want to point this out down here too. Just a little bit of a damage near the baseboard. All right. And now the access to the garage is right outside the primary bedroom. So just give you an idea of the size. We've got a pull down attic. Looks like the frame to that door is broken. Over there you can see the water heater with the expansion tank and an exit door to go outside. Now the washer and dryer hookup is in here in the garage. And we've got a garage door opener. All right, and moving to the other side of the home. Gonna have little hall linen closets on either side. Great for coats, any kind of utility needs that you have. Linen closet. This is kind of a grayish color carpet. Looks to be in fairly decent condition. I don't see any signs of holes or anything. Again, just, you know, a little bit of a sloppy paint job up near the ceiling. Now, this window looks like it's cracked, but it's not. There's actually a film that was put on there, like for a tint. Now, and I can't verify that there's not a crack right behind that. That it very well could be, but that peeling would need to come off in order to determine that for certain. Got a bifold closet. This side I'm not going to try to open because it's off the track. This one was fairly easy to get open. And moving on into bedroom 3. So this is the difference of about $40,000 from, a little less than $40,000 from the one that I showed you yesterday. Now, guys, I might have some really good information about the one I sent to you yesterday. I got a phone call last night about something that the builder is doing with interest rates, and I'm going to get more information. I've already messaged the listing agent, but I should have a response for you hopefully by the time I talk to you later on. All right, so we are in bathroom 2. This is not ceramic tile. This is like a rolled vinyl flooring with the laminate vanity in here. Not the elongated toilet like we saw in new construction. Just the short little circular toilets. Most new construction now uses the elongated toilets. All right, so that is pretty much the inside of the house. Let's go take a look out back really quick. Okay, so the first thing I notice is this sliding glass door rolls actually pretty nicely. I mean, it's got some of that tinting stuff that they put along the window I showed you, and the tinting is cracked in a few places. It's that peel tinting, but it does roll pretty smoothly. And you don't always see that with sliding glass doors. So, needs a good pressure washing. There's your HVAC unit. Gutters in the back as well. And we have an open deck out here. Now, I don't know if they plan on leaving this little cabana cover-up thing for shade, but it is a nice, large, fenced-in backyard. Looks like we got a fire pit. The fence needs a little bit of love. But one thing that's great is the roof looks like it's in great condition. A little rough over here. You can see some of that paint has peeled off over the years. Definitely needs some cleanup on this side. But the backyard is fantastic. As far as size goes, that is. Got a missing cover on the outlet over there. Not a big deal, that's easy to replace. Again, the sides of the house need some love. Need a little bit of cleanup. That HVAC is probably the original HVAC, so if I had to guess, I'd say it's about 15 years old. And I'm not really sure what is going on with this over here. So that's some kind of structure that is just down for whatever reason. So there we go. Let's just ride through the neighborhood a little bit and see what you think. Okay, so now that we are all done looking at 117 Genere Road, I'm just going to drive you through. 3:17 p.m. Going to drive you through a little bit of Jack's Branch. This is the subdivision. It's real small. It is on a municipal sewer, so there's no septic tank for this particular house. Now, it's not a big neighborhood at all. So when I come out to this stop sign, I'm going to be on the main road, which is Queenshaven Road. And we're technically in Hubert. If I go that way, it's going to take us a little bit further into Hubert. If I go this way, that's going to take us more towards Queens Creek Road, and there will be, of course, Queens Creek Elementary down the road from that, which will intersect us into the main road that runs through Swansboro. So now I'm going to head over to Dion Drive to show you that one. All right, guys, we are getting ready to turn right into the Fox Trace subdivision out here in Hubert. Right now I'm on Sandridge Road, so if you're familiar with where that is, you know where I'm at. All right, so this is going to be one of the entrances into the subdivision. This is also a neighborhood that's on a municipal sewer, so no septic out here. And this neighborhood is a lot larger than the last one that we just went and looked at. Homes are pretty much built in the 90s around here. I think the one that we're going to go look at on Dion Drive was built in 1998. And you're going to see a bunch of different levels of, okay, so little history about Fox Trace. At one point, most of the homes around here were just like absolutely atrocious. There were so many VA foreclosures in this neighborhood. This is years ago. And a lot of them were bought up by investors and they were fixed and flipped. We also had Hurricane Florence around here in 2018, and that gave homeowners an opportunity to get new roofs, and the ones who just decided to bail, you know, they went into foreclosure, and there were investors who flipped a lot of these. So the neighborhood looks a lot better than what it used to. There's still no type of HOA or anything like that. So, you know, you're gonna see yards like that have really high grass growing in the drainage easement. So you're gonna see probably a few little areas where there's potholes, or, you know, that they haven't been updated or whatnot. But all in all, this is a very, very affordable neighborhood to live in. And the one that we're going to look at on Dion Drive is priced at $259,900 as well. So you'll get to see kind of a difference in, if there is a difference. I haven't been in 425 Dion yet, so you'll get to see a little bit of a difference between that one and the one that we just looked at on Jeddah Ray Road. So getting ready to hit Dion Drive here in just a minute. All right, we have arrived at 425 Dion Drive. This one is priced at the same price as 117 Jeddah Ray Road. And unfortunately, it's been on the market for 121 days. Now that I've had an opportunity to go inside and see the home, I totally see why. So the roof I wouldn't say it's in terrible shape, but it's definitely not a newer roof. This is pretty much the same floor plan as Jeddah Ray, but it does not have, it's not in the same condition as Jeddah Ray is. So you got your little drainage ditch here. You can see just outside, I don't know if you can see over there, I'm not gonna make you look at it, but there's a big pothole right here in the road. Cracked at the beginning of the driveway. Definitely some larger cracks in the driveway. It's nice that the house does have a downward slope into the drainage ditch, so less opportunity for water to pool up around the house. But you can see there's going to be a lot of things that I point out here, like rusted fixtures on the outside. We've got, you know, some places that need some caulking and whatnot. The siding, at least from what I've seen so far, doesn't look like it's in terrible condition. Could use a nice good paint, a little bit of cleanup around the outside. Doesn't have super great curb appeal. I mean, there's a lot that could be done with this. But again, it's priced at the same as the other one, and it's in significantly lesser condition than what the other one was. All right, so we've got this black ceramic tile when you first walk in. This is not LVP floors, okay? So this is a very inexpensive laminate floor with a wood burning fireplace. Got the vaulted ceilings. As you can see, it's almost exactly the same floor plan. Let me just fix my camera there. It's almost the exact same floor plan as the last one, with one minor little difference that I saw, and that's going to be that the kitchen counters are a little bit more narrow. Now it has solid surface countertops as opposed to the laminate countertops. So it just appears that somebody had started putting some love into the home. They painted up the cabinets, which they really need some more paint. Again, you've got an older oven. It's pretty gross. The house needs to be cleaned. The refrigerator is not clean. And it smells in here. So it does not smell great. It's not horrible. I've been in other homes that smell stinkier, but the very first thing I noticed when I opened up the door was it has a dirty smell to it. So you can see a lot of very unprofessional patchwork. They've got the same closets as were in the other one. Everything is, I mean, it's roughly the same size, just a few minor differences. The other one is just in significantly better condition. Again, you go into the primary bedroom, long and narrow, just like the other one. Has the 2 bifold closets. Looks like they tried. They put a new vanity in, which the vanity is very pretty if you like that kind of stuff. Different light fixtures, some little towel hooks, the original tub that came with it. One of the smaller non-elongated potties. So yeah, and the HVAC on this, I mean, I can't say definite to anything without reading disclosures, but I can take a look at the HVAC out there and tell that the likelihood of this one being the original. Oh, it smells so bad in here. I don't know what was in here, but it's got a really bad smell. Okay, whew. This is definitely an outdated water heater. That's something that would likely need to be replaced. There's no expansion tank. And, okay, just checking to making sure that's not a Federal Pacific, which it shouldn't be because it's 1998. Older garage door opener. Whew. Goodness. Let's get that. I wonder if the smell in the house is coming from the garage, like just seeping into the house. And I moved the rug just to make sure that there was no, like holes in the floor or anything. So that's why the rug is just tossed to the side. Look at the backyard. This is what I mean by the HVAC. Like, it's working. The house is fairly cool. It's a hot day today. It's like 87 degrees outside. But that thing's probably, not got a whole lot of life left in it. An HVAC, a good HVAC, if it's properly taken care of, you can get about 15 years of life out of it on average. I mean, that doesn't mean that you couldn't get 16 years of life or 20 years of life for that matter. My HVAC is 15 years old right now, and it's great. It runs well. I have to, service it, maintenance it, like you do anything. But the older the HVAC unit you have, the more likelihood that you have that you'll end up having to replace it. Let me point out the sliding glass door. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but there's a lot of dog scratches on the exterior part of the double pane. And there you have it, guys. That one is $4.25 Dion. You do get free soy sauce and maybe some free Quaker Oats with the house too. Haha, just kidding. Okay, all right, let's go take a look at the next one. Okay, we are here at 125 Rosemary Avenue. This is in the Sagewood neighborhood out in Hubert, which is also just off of Sandridge Road. It's just a few miles down the road from where we just were at Dion. This neighborhood is a little bit newer. Homes were built in 2013. This house was built in 2013, also on a slab foundation. This home is a little bit bigger by about 125 heated square feet. So we're looking at about 1427 heated square feet at $270,000. So we're gonna go inside. Now this one is the one that's offering a $10,000 flooring allowance. So I don't know if they can do that and pay closing costs. I'd really like for them to, if it were me buying this house. So you've got a nice big open living room, vaulted ceilings, flat paint. There is a fireplace insert. These are all vinyl floors, and you know, as you can see, it's got some usedness. That's a made-up word. Crown molding on the cabinets. No refrigerator in this one. Left the oven filthy. We'll just go ahead and take a peek in the garage here. Okay, we are here at 125 Rosemary Avenue in the Sagewood subdivision. The HOA dues on this at this neighborhood are about $250 a year. I do believe there is a pool with a little clubhouse, or at least like a little cabana area in the neighborhood, if I remember correctly. This one is just a little bit bigger than the last one that we saw in Dion. It's about 1427 heated square feet. And the seller is offering a $10,000 flooring allowance. Got vaulted ceilings, flat paint. I mean, it was built in 2013. Vinyl floors in the kitchen. There's definitely some love that the house needs. Got damaged countertops here. Cabinets are pretty scuffed up. No refrigerator. And the oven is filthy. It's not stinky like the last house was, but all in all, it's in better condition than Dion Drive. Got a standard garage here, no closets or anything. Expansion tank on the water heater. This one is not a split floor plan. Coat closet here. And you can see this is, you know, one of the reasons they have a $10,000 flooring allowance. Rooms are good size in this bedroom, or in this house. Got some drywall damage here around the window. This one's priced at $270,000. So for about every $1,000 in purchase price that you go up or down, it affects your mortgage payment by maybe $6-ish a month. So a $10,000 difference would be, you know, roughly $60 a month. And you know, your interest rate is obviously going to affect exactly how much it is. We've got the tray ceiling here in the primary bedroom. Walk-in closet with a little bench. And no, that little bench does not have storage in it. Now this home is not on a municipal sewer. This is on a septic tank. So I don't know if you've ever had experience with a septic tank before. Some people love them, some people don't really care, and some people say absolutely not, I don't want a septic tank. And really, if you take care of your septic tank, there's no reason to be completely averse to a septic tank if you maintain it properly, keep it pumped out, put yeast in the toilet or in the tank, you know, like once a month. And don't drive over your lines. You know, if you maintain it well, there's the advantage to having a septic tank is that you don't have a sewer bill. You know, sewer bills around here aren't usually outrageously expensive. Okay, so it looks like they had started doing a little bathroom remodel here. We do have an elongated toilet with a hose. I don't know if that's meant to be a makeshift bidet, but I've never seen one quite like that. So we've got the baseboards have been removed down here. Not sure if they're planning to come back and make the repairs or if they're waiting for it to go under contract. We have a laundry closet in this one. And let's see, we're gonna go out back, but now this one's only been on the market for 22 days. So I don't believe we've seen any price reductions in this one. Okay, so let's talk about that septic system again here. So we have here what you call a mound system. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but if you can see, this is where the patio is, and then it slopes up to this big fat hill right in the left part of the yard, and then it slopes back down over here. And then what you have there, that's where your access lid is and an electric pump. So what happens is your tank is buried in that big mound over there, and there are septic lines that run from the house and then through there. Now, because water and wastewater and junk and everything has to roll out of the house and upstream, it's gonna take an electric pump. Not all septic systems are built on a mound system. Usually, now I'm not a septic inspector, but I've been doing this for a long time, so I've talked to a lot of septic inspectors. But usually the reason for putting it on a mound system could mean that when they tried to build the house, maybe the soil didn't perk. You know, the soil wasn't sandy enough, or that, you know, the county just said, hey, you're gonna need to bring in some more dirt in order to get this septic permit approved. So they do what's called a mound system rather than a conventional system. So you always want to have a septic inspection separate from your home inspection to make sure that the lines are clear, that your distribution box is operating properly, that there's no damage to it, that your filters are clean, that the septic tank is pumped, that there's no roots or anything like that growing through the lines, and of course that your electrical system in the septic pump is operating as intended. You've got a Lennox HVAC system over here. Now Lennox HVACs, I used to have one, so I can speak a little bit to these. They're actually really good systems. They are very expensive to operate. I'm sorry, not to operate, to maintain. So if something breaks, you can't just go to like a store and buy a part for a Lennox. You have to go directly to the manufacturer and get that. That was my personal experience with the Lennox, and I said I'd never again have one. Now this, you always want to see this. You're going to see this in every single home. that has an HVAC, and typically when it's really, really hot outside, if the system is operating properly, if there's condensation, the dripping will come from there. So if you ever see dripping coming out when it's like 100 degrees outside, fear not, that's a good thing. That means your line's not clogged. They definitely need to do some cleanup around here. There's no tank that is attached or anything, but this is 125 Rosemary Avenue. Now, if you're ever thinking about putting a pool in the backyard, yeah, can't if there's a septic system back here. You would have to have somebody like, I don't know, maybe you could put one in the very back there, but probably not. It is not a good idea to put an above ground pool even in a backyard. So definitely could not put an in-ground pool back here. Like absolutely not, don't do that. But yeah, I wouldn't even put an above ground pool, because if you get that on top of the lines and the weight of the water ends up damaging your lines, then you're in trouble. Got a little bit of damage to this weather stripping here. I hope y'all don't think that I'm just being, you know, the pickiest person in the world, but you're not here, and I want to make sure that the conversations I would be having with you, if you were here, that we're talking about these now at least. So, of course, any questions that you have, I'm here to answer those questions. And when you do choose a house, we're going to go over lots of things when it comes to the home inspection and any other kinds of inspections you want. So there you have it.